Tell me what's going on, man. 1247, a great one, man. It's a great day to be great. You gentlemen, man, you be the greatest version of yourself, man. And like I always say, get your mind off the behind. Talk to myself also. Gentlemen, check this out, brothers. Something that you gentlemen have to understand is this. You gotta stop talking to, this goes back to the losers. You gotta study the winners. And also in studying the winners, gentlemen, you gotta cut yourself from the losers. I said it in the video, 2 videos before, nobody hangs with the losers. Right? Nobody goes to the club with losers. Nobody hangs with losers. Do you gentlemen remember when the Broncos played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl and it was in New York, right? And the Seahawks blew the Broncos out, right? I think it was that same night. The Seahawks running out a club in New York City, and your man Von Miller wanted to attend the party, and they wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him in. And why wouldn't they let Von Miller just played in the Super Bowl? But they didn't let him in the venue because why? He was the loser. Von Miller was the loser. You can't come into the club and hang with the winners when you just lost the Super Bowl. Nah, you can't hang with us. And this is what's happening all the time in your communities, in your matriarch black communities, gentlemen. Nobody's hanging with you because you're losing. You're losing every time you delegate, and every time you your money gets outsourced to some other people, gentlemen. You lose. And you continue to lose. But you don't have to, because you know why, gentlemen? You know what needs to happen in 2022? You got to start cutting the losers off, man. It's time to cut the losers off. If you want to get into the winner's circle, if you want to get to the winner's circle where the winners are, gentlemen, you got to cut off the losers. You gotta cut the losers off. I'm sorry. I know you gentlemen, oh my God, and mama and grandma and cousin. No, gentlemen. I keep telling you right now, the so-called black matriarch community has made its bed. They told you, gentlemen, what they're gonna do and what they've been doing. It is what it is. You gentlemen aren't gonna change anything. It's over. But what you can do is start cutting the losers off. 2022, it's time to cut the losers off. If that's your family, cut them family losers off. If it's friends, cut them friend losers off, man. It's time to get into the winner's circle, gentlemen. It's time to start winning. Cut the losers off. Cut the losers off. You got to be the sentimental one, and everybody drains from you. So everybody pulls from you, gentlemen. Everybody pulls from you. Everybody takes your ideas. Everybody takes your women out here taking your sperm, taking your resources. Everybody draws from you. But when you come and you get into your right mind, and all of a sudden, all people start crying, and all this gaslighting, and all the kids, and blah blah blah. Come on, gentlemen. When you gonna snap out the hypnosis, man? When you gonna snap out the sorcery? 2022, it's time to cut the losers off. Cut the losers off, gentlemen. Cut them off. If you want to get to the winner's circle, you want to see what the winners are doing, you see what other groups of people are talking about and how they're building and doing things that they need to do to get to the next level, gentlemen. You got to cut the losers off. I was just watching the O'Shea Duke Jackson, and one young lady, I guess she was from not Laos, she was from I can't remember, but she was from Asian community, and she was dating a brother. Right? She was posting pictures on her Instagram about dating this football player that goes to I can't remember, Northwestern University. He goes to Division I college. Playing football, and her community was mad that she was dating a so-called black guy and all this other stuff. And the reason why they got mad at her, because why? He's associated. Listen, the so-called American black man is associated with losing. The American black man is always associated with losing. This is why her so-called community had a problem with her dating a so-called black man, because it guarantee you, if it was an Indian man, it was a white man, it was a Latina, nobody would have a problem with it. But since it's always you, black man. It's always you, right? And the thing is, it might not be that young brother. It might not necessarily be him, but it's who he is associated with. That's what the people had the problem with. See, the thing is, her group, that whoever, I think she was Laos or whatever she was. I can't. He said the name yesterday quite a few times. I can't remember what group. It's not Laos. I want to say she might have been Laos or Cambodian or something like that. But once again, her little group is winning. All these little Asian markets and nail salons and beauty supply stores and all that, these little Asian groups are out here winning. So that young lady connecting herself to that man, it might not necessarily been him. Because he could be a top. He could be going to the NFL next year. So him individually might be winning, but the people that he's associated with are losing. He individually might be winning, but the people that he's associated with are losing. And this is why a lot of these different groups don't want to associate with the so-called American black community, because in other people's eyes, gentlemen, I'm going to say it again, these people think you're losers. Every single day, you people come out here, you cry and you complain, and oh my God, and white man got the foot on my neck. Gentlemen, these people equate the so-called American black community with being a bunch of losers. These are facts. These other groups of people equate the so-called American blackness as losers, period. There's no other way to put it. And this is why you gentlemen have to separate from the losers and create your own reality. Create your own community. Create your own community. This is why I tell brothers all the time, gentlemen, you have to create your own identity. You have to create your own reality besides the one that's connected to this so-called community, gentlemen. You keep connecting yourself to the community, gentlemen, you're going to keep losing. Period. You're going to keep losing. And nobody's going to, listen, nobody's going to care, gentlemen. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to have a care in the world. You gentlemen out here keep losing. Nobody's going to care. You gentlemen out here keep dying and overweight and obesity and the heart disease and the kidney failure and the type 2 diabetes. Gentlemen, you keep putting yourself around losers. You keep losing, gentlemen, that's your fault. Nobody at the end of the day is going to care. Everybody comes to America to win, but somehow we've been here for all this time and we still keep losing, gentlemen. That's our fault. That goes back to the responsibility piece. Gentlemen, you still out here losing to this day, and everybody else out here winning, gentlemen, that's your fault. So in 2022, it's time to cut the losers. You still talking about white supremacy, you're a loser. You still singing on spiritual, you're a loser. I don't care what kind of coon you call me, all that stuff. Once again, everybody out here that's coming to this country is winning, but we've been here for all this time. We one of the main ones that built this country, and we still talking about some supremacy. Gentlemen, we straight up losers. We are straight up losers. I wouldn't want. Listen. I stopped going to the club. Going to DC and everybody wants to have a so-called educated conversation. No, you're a loser. I don't want to talk to losers anymore. I don't want to go to loser conferences. I don't want to go to loser clubs. I don't want to go to loser conventions. You people are still talking about some Billy and Robbie is supreme to me. I don't want to listen. That's a bunch of losers stuff. That's a bunch of loser talk. This is what I told you 2 videos ago, gentlemen, that you need to start connecting yourself around with winners. Too many people setting up shop all over the place, all around you, but you still talking about some, oh, we shall over. Come on, gentlemen. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? 2022, cut all losers, gentlemen. I don't care if it's your mama, I don't care if it's your daddy, I don't care if it's your big cousin, sister, whoever. If anybody got the victim mentality, they're a straight up loser. And the thing is, a lot of you guys, you have so many conversations with people that with a bunch of losers. As soon as you have a bright idea, these loser ass people are gonna put doubt in your mind. Oh, can you really do that? Are you trying to build this? And you trying to do this? And you trying to make a change? You trying to do X, Y, and Z? These people are out, gentlemen. These people are out here trying to. Get you to doubt in yourself. These people try to get you to doubt in yourself all the freaking time. All the time, these people getting these loser ass people trying to get you to doubt yourself. You trying to lose weight and you trying to better your situation. You trying to build something for your kids. You trying to build a community, something. You trying to do X, Y, and Z. You trying to you see things where they could be. You're trying to use your imagination to trying to get to elevate people and this, that, and the third, and you still having contact with these loser ass people. You still have a contact with these loser ass people, and this is why stuff ain't working for you. You trying to lose weight and you talking to losers. How you gonna try to lose weight when when 70-80% of your people in your so-called community are obese? Or you talking about losing weight? Of course they're gonna tell you, oh, you look just fine the way you are. You need to have a little thickness on you and all this other stuff. This is what losers say, gentlemen. It's okay to be on Section 8 because this was losers say, gentlemen. It's not okay to be on food stamps. It's not okay to be on Section 8. It's not okay to be obese. It's not okay to have high blood pressure. It's not okay. But you gentlemen sit and talk to losers. Losers are going to tell you that, gentlemen, you don't need to be healthy. You can sit there and drink whatever you want to drink and you can eat whatever you want to eat. Losers say this to you, gentlemen. Losers. You can't think outside the box, and somebody's always oppressing you. This, that, and the third, gentlemen. That's a loser ass conversation. It's time to cut the losers off in 2022. I don't care if they're your family. I don't care if it's your wife. I don't care if it's your children. I don't care who it is. Gentlemen, it's time for us to create the reality that we desire, and you're not going to create anything with a bunch of loser ass people. Bunch of losers. But you trying to come up and be better, and they clowning you. This is the wild stuff in the so-called Black matriarch community. I can remember a time when I was growing up, I used to get made fun of because my parents were married. How the hell you part of a community? You part of a community that makes fun of you because your parents are married? That's losers. Hold a second. Yeah, gentlemen, I'm back at it, man. Sparing my tire. But yeah, gentlemen, like I was saying before, how is it that my parents being married gets clowned in the so-called Black matriarch community? So people doing the right thing gets clowned, but being a single mother is praised? See what I'm saying, gentlemen? That's a bunch of loser shit, man. Losers clown the right thing. That doesn't make sense. Being healthy gets clowned. Oh, that's a white people thing if you're healthy. You gentlemen out here asking these women to be healthy, to be more health conscious. Oh, that's a white girl thing. Losers, gentlemen. You gentlemen sit up in these communities and y'all be like, oh yeah, we go. Come on, gentlemen, you look dumb as hell. The joke is on you. At the end of the day, gentlemen, the joke is on you. In your community, being married is being made fun of. You guys can, you guys, I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm from upstate New York. I'm pretty sure you guys from all over the place can probably, if your parents were married, you were probably getting clowned too. You getting made fun of. I was getting made fun of because my people are married. Even to this day, my my mom and dad still married. And people just look at me like, oh, really? Bunch of losers. I mean, people talking about chasing after bags, and I mean, but I just don't, I don't want to talk about Section 8 and WIC and all that other stuff. I mean, everybody has different circumstances. I get it. But generations after generations of people on government assistance, how is that praised? But this is what's happening, gentlemen. This is what's happening in the black matriarch community. Poverty is being praised. The struggle is being praised. Being creative is demonized. Getting good grades in school is being demonized in a so-called black matriarch community. And I know what I'm talking about because I'm in it. Selling drugs is being praised. Shooting somebody, catching bodies, or shooting somebody is being praised in your black matriarch community. But trying to plant flowers or trying to build community centers in these neighborhoods, that's demonized. That's losers. 2022, gentlemen, it's time to cut the losers off. You can't build a loser, gentlemen. Just like any coach on any team, gentlemen, if you want to get a losing team, if you want to get that losing team, and you want to get them to start winning, gentlemen, you have to change the philosophy. You have to change the thinking of the actual players. You have to change the thinking of the actual players that's on the field or on the basketball court. If you got a bad team, you want to turn that bad team around, gentlemen, you got to get cooperation from the people that's actually playing the game. And gentlemen, we have not gotten cooperation in the last 50 some odd years. So it's time to cut the losers off. Take you and yours and go somewhere else where to go to the winner's circle and join up with these people that's actually getting it done. It's not that hard, gentlemen. It doesn't matter about the guilt and the shame. It does not matter about the guilt. It doesn't matter about the shaming tactics. It doesn't matter about any of that, gentlemen. It's not your responsibility to cause these people to win. You got people around you just like me. You got people around you, shoot, just like I said, myself. You got people around you right now that's been watching you create, that's been watching you try to develop this, try to develop that, and what these people do. Huh? What your losing ass family try to do? Discourage you, or oh, that's gonna take too long, and oh, you working too hard, and why do you go to the gym so much? Bunch of losers. Losers talk like this, gentlemen. Why you gotta work so hard, and why you gotta do this, and why you gotta do that? Bunch of losers. And you gentlemen think you're gonna build with people that has a loser mentality? Bunch of losers. But here you come with your fresh ideas and your fresh this and your fresh that, and you think you about to go to a bunch of losers and you about to get them to change their ways when they're benefiting off of this losing, the bare minimum, the scraps. That's your black matriarch community. Wait on some white Jesus to save me. If the white Jesus can't save me, then once again the man in the Oval Office, some white man in the Oval Office is going to save me. I'm just going to keep voting. We're just going to keep voting this way, and one day we're all going to be free, and we're going to be in the land of the milk and honey and all this dumb stuff. Come on, gentlemen. $2022, it's time to cut the losers off, man. Start cutting these losers off, gentlemen. You ain't got to keep associating with these people. You can't keep associating. Listen, gentlemen, if you want to win, you got to cut the losers off, gentlemen. There's plenty. I keep telling you, gentlemen, if you are out here creating, you are out here building, you are out here using your imagination, and you're developing something, gentlemen, there are people that's actually winning that will be willing to invest in you. But they're not going to invest in you if you keep associating yourself with the losers. If you are out here working, you're out here developing, you're out here creating whatever you're creating, there are people right now that's near and far that's been watching, that's probably been watching you. Because I know there's people watching me. I'm pretty sure there's people that want to invest and want to do stuff with me. But guess what? Nobody's going to invest in me or you if I keep hanging around the losers. Because this is what losers do. When the loser sees that you're getting ahead, gentlemen, what they're gonna try to do? They're gonna try to hurt you. Because this is what losers do. I'm on the same playing field. I'm on the same battlefield. I'm on the same basketball court. I'm on the same football field. Everything. I see you people every single day. You doing the same thing. I have a different change of mind. I'm doing things differently. I'm trying to create this and do that. And all of a sudden, cool, that person with the change of mentality, you got people looking at you. And your same family members that surround you are going to be the ones that are going to try to hurt you. Your friends, all of them. You got a change of heart. You doing things different. You're not talking the same. You're not talking like the rest of these people. And this is what is called letting your light shine. See, when you let your light shine, you speak differently from the group of people that's around. That's you're supposed to be associated with. That's letting your light shine. You're speaking something different. That's letting your light shine. You're demonstrating something that's different. That's letting your light shine. And there are plenty of people that's watching you and that's watching me that want to assist you in whatever you're doing, but you got to connect yourself from the loser. You got to disconnect yourself from the loser. Same thing with me. There's people that want to invest in me, but listen, I can't. People are not going to come in when you associate. So when you have when you're connected with people who are associated with losing. So 2022 for me and 2022 for you, it's time to cut the losers off, man. I have to run my race. You fellas have to run your race. You can't run your mama's race. You can't run your auntie's race and your daddy and your grandfather. You can't run all these people's races. They made the bed. They got to lay in it now. You got to cut the losers, gentlemen. It's time to cut the losers. They got to get the axe, man. It's time to go. Time to cut the umbilical cord. Time to cut all these strings that these people try to place into you, gentlemen. Listen. Listen. You see this knife right here? And everybody that try to connect themselves to you, gentlemen, cut that joker. Everybody that try to sink them hooks into you, gentlemen, cut it. take that joker, wrap it around, cut another string, you cut it, and you cut it, and you cut it, and you cut it. Time to cut the losers off, gentlemen. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't leave them in the cold. Well, gentlemen, listen. Listen. You can have that sentimental mindset, and you're gonna be in the same situation that everybody else has been in for decade after decade. Their situation is not gonna change, and your situation is not gonna change, gentlemen. It's time to cut it. Cut the losers off. It's time to get with the winner's circle. There are people that's around you that's really winning out here. You gentlemen gotta cut the losers off. And the thing is, when they're ready to win, they'll come to you. You don't go to them no more. Once they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, they'll come to you. And that's the problem. See, people in your community talking about, oh, we sick and tired, but they still have the same talking points they did back in the 60s. So that tells me you're not sick of losing. You love where things are right now. You're not sick of losing. These people are not sick of losing. If people are sick of losing, then things would have changed by now. But things aren't changing. So people love where they are. So yeah, gentlemen, it's time to cut the losers. Listen, you see this knife right here? Cut it. You know, you take something around, you wrap it around this joker, and what you do? You cut another thing. You cut umbilical cord. They try to, family members try to sink the hooks into you. Shoot, you take them hooks out you, and what you do? Wrap it around, you cut it off. You cut another one off. You cut another one off. You cut another one off. That's when people are gonna be willing to invest in you, because now you done cut yourself off from all that dead stuff, all that we shall overcome. You cut yourself off from all that dead stuff, and now people are ready to invest into you. People are ready. People that are winning are ready to invest into your ideas, but you gotta cut yourself from the losers. If that losing team refuses, wants to keep doing the same old, gentlemen, you gotta cut yourself from the losers. You can only listen, gentlemen. We're not gonna live. Listen, I'm not gonna live in this vessel forever. I gotta start winning like right now. I don't have time. Listen, I'm not gonna wait till when I hit 50. I'm 40. I'm not gonna wait till I hit 50 to start winning. I want to start winning like today. But to start winning today, gentlemen, you got to change your mindset, and you got to cut the losers. Start dressing different, start talking different, start going to these different places. Gentlemen, you know what to do, gentlemen. You know exactly what to do in 2022. You got to cut yourself from the losers. I'm sorry, gentlemen. If you want to start winning, you gotta cut off the losers. All these other men that have come to America have cut themselves off from the loser people from their country. When these Latino brothers come up here from El Salvador and all that stuff, they had to cut themselves from their country. When they come up here from El Salvador, Argentina, Venezuela, listen, they had to make that cut from the family and from their little communities, from wherever they're from. They had to cut it. They had to come here and they had to start fresh. You got to do the same thing. You're not exempt. Because you're not going to drag the old and think you're about to go create something new, gentlemen. It's not that. Listen, it's just like molded food. If you got molded food in the refrigerator, you put that mold on something that's fresh, gentlemen, that the mold is going to seep into the freshness. You got to throw the old molded stuff out. Same thing, gentlemen. Your fresh ideas, and you sit and hang around these molded ass people, these old victim mentality people. You think you about to come in with the freshness, with your fresh ideas and all that. And you about to get around these moldy people, and you think you about to create something new. No, John, they're gonna put that old molded stuff on you, and years later you're gonna be molded too. So yeah, gentlemen, 2022, Cut yourself from the losers. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Peace.